topic of this Guten Morgen session. Guten Morgen, if I can say it. I don't know if I said it already. Guten Morgen! Sorry. And so the last one, oh dear, is Facebook. And Facebook can end up as a digression about Facebook. For me, Yelp, because when I made my Facebook account, I succumbed to peer pressure, and I was like, all right, I will make Facebook for myself on the condition I also make Yelp for myself. So those two were very close together in time because I was like, there's a bunch of new technologies coming out, and I like Yelp. And so it was succumbing to peer pressure, but keeping it myself. Like I am by no means a stereotypical Facebook user. I put pictures on there, and specifically, why did I make a Facebook account? I made a Facebook account because I took pictures during swim team. Facebook was like, if we were to compare these to weapons and like immediate social impact, Facebook completely rattled the social structure. It came out between middle school and high school for me. It's just like, not like Facebook would actually listen to like, hey, I'm in middle school and like the social structure sucks enough without new technology being released, but like it was like a nuclear bomb. And I just remember going to summer break, and coming back, and the entire social structure, let's put it this way, I was aware when Facebook came out, and I did not use it purposefully. And the entire social structure kind of changed, so I still don't know who was supposed to be the popular kids in high school. I know who the popular kids were in middle school, and I liked the popular kids. And then there was kind of like wannabes. At our school, that was kind of like the drill team, and they kind of, on Facebook, not to hate on the drill team, there were good members of the drill team, which is not like actual drill, which has guns and stuff like that. It's like coordinated body movements. And so with a bunch of girls. And so, yeah, it's not like military drill team at all. We had what's called flags, and people would throw flags. So that's a lot closer to the military kind of drill than what our school had. And for drill team. And I was like, but I don't like these people, right? Like, yeah, a lot of them, versus the popular kids in middle school, were actually like good human beings. Not that all of this is like getting into high school dynamics. That's why I went to a community college, just to get away from a lot of that stuff. And Facebook, like it distorted, how who was active in getting likes on Facebook was not necessarily say who earned them or deserved them, or were like who were good people. And a lot of people would kind of cyberbully the popular kids and stuff, and it was just kind of like, I can't do this, I can't be on this. And then people were like, you should join and put your swim team photos on. And so I was like, fine, but I'll just do photos. And so that's what I ended up doing. Like I haven't ever been big into messaging or status updates. I tried to after I got Twitter and Instagram much later in life, to be like, okay, I can do this. I still can't do this stereotypically, but I can do it in my own way. So later I did. I've tried that. I don't use Instagram, I don't use Twitter, and I don't use Facebook right now. I will start using those once I've written an autobiography. I'm not joking about that. I need to commit to myself. I have amnesia, severe amnesia, that's actually getting a lot better. And I can actually start to see the progress of my memory coming back. And so one day I'll get back to it, but I really need to remember things before I start going on those platforms. So Facebook was kind of like, going back to the weapons analogy, it was kind of like the nuclear bomb, in the sense of like, it just changed the social structure, and it changed it overnight. It changed classroom dynamics, in a rough sense of like, people were on Facebook. You're not supposed to have your devices out in the first place, but then people really wanted to like, it gave them the incentive to be like, I didn't do this. Like, I'm like, I don't have anything to say on messaging. If I want to talk to someone, I'll talk to them in person. Like, and if it's work, I'll like call or figure out my schedule, or email or something. I was just like, and I'm not hating on people who use Facebook. Like, good on you. I can't. I don't know how you guys do it. So yeah, Facebook wasn't really my thing, though I was we got stereotyped, it was kind of like a bully stereotype, because then people would pick on the techies or the science and math kids, and I was one of those kids. And for my peer group, who also edged on athletics, because I also did sports, I was on the early end of adoption of Facebook. I wasn't by no means was I the earliest. I was aware of it, but I was like, I'm not joining this unless I have an approach to this, because this is just not ridiculous, but kind of. And then, oh my gosh, Twitter and Instagram came out, and it was just like, people were like, you gonna join Twitter? And I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot take another one of these freaking technologies, right? We have YouTube, I like YouTube, we have Yelp, we have Facebook, we have Google, and I use just like Twitter and Instagram. I'm just like, you're freaking kidding me? No! Like, like, I was like, poof. And Facebook, my rationale theory behind why it was so drastically impactful immediately in my life and in the middle school, high school social structure, was because it wasn't the first of its kind, right? It wasn't original in the sense of being the first peer networking online platform. That was, at least in my life, the one that infiltrated before it was MySpace. And I had MySpace for a very short time and absolutely hated the ranking feature of it, and so I deleted my account. I think it was like the same day or within 24 hours or something like that of making my account. 24 or 48. It was less than a week, I know. I was like, this is so screwed up. And so I didn't do MySpace. Facebook didn't have the ranking feature, and I could upload photos, and I was like, that's better. And I'm happy I've had it in the long term, because I have lived on different continents, and it lets me keep in contact, or at least follow those people if I want to, and see what they're up to, like my friends, because I have friends who literally are on every continent, including Antarctica. So it's kind of like, it's very nice in that sense when you have a dispersed network. Phone communication is costly, if not impossible, so things like Facebook become handy then. So I've grown to liking Facebook. Twitter and Instagram are their own things. They're not the topic of this video. I've slowly learned to like them. But yeah, so Facebook, my theory is because MySpace laid the groundwork, and people like me had enough, like, well, I don't like this, and this about it, that by the time Facebook came along, it like addressed those things we didn't like about MySpace, that it just was like, fine, there is a peer pressure component to joining it, but I can make it my own. That was my biggest thing with MySpace. It was like peer pressure, and Facebook was like, all right, I can do my own thing with pictures, right? And then I get I can retaliate and still post that picture that someone didn't want me to post, because if you're making me join Facebook, well, then you should think about your consequences in advance. I'm a photographer, and we can do stuff like that. So, yeah. So, Facebook dynamics. In the early years. It's not the same now. It was very different back then. And so, yeah, that was Facebook. And yeah, so I think it was just because it in part it was impactful because it wasn't the first of its kind. So yeah, so that's a bit about YouTube, Google, Facebook, and Yelp. Yelp is the bonus. I like Yelp. I love Yelp. Yeah, one day I'll get back to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Not today. I joined LinkedIn later in life. That's another one that I use. Guten Morgen. Have a wonderful Tuesday.